The recount of 5 precincts with discrepancies started right before 11:30 this morning on Tabulator Francisco. Precinct 4 was first and immediately showed more changes from the original set of results. Senator Adolpho Palacios went from 0 votes to 264. Senatorial candidate Leobeth Nahalawa went from 1 vote to 178. 14 changes were noted in the legislative race with a total of 1,225 additional votes. Even the Agate mayoral race showed William Cundiff went from 14 votes to 208. While Mayor Carl Tayama remained unchanged at 411. The GEC board also tells PNC the recount results of Precinct 6 show the nonpartisan races lost 1 vote while the other races remained unchanged. The Precinct 13A recount also showed the original results were doubled and now reflect an accurate count that is cut in half. Precinct 18C's recount showed no significant changes, as well as Precinct 18G. The hand recount took place just after 2:30 this afternoon. GEC decided on Precinct 4 first and randomly pulled Precinct 13A. 2 party representatives were assigned per precinct and counted the ballots while a GEC official watched. Executive Director Maria Pangelinan says although it's long, it's the best way to validate the results in situations like this. Meanwhile, Pangelinan and the Commission are addressing several voter complaints that were filed before their meeting the night before. Most of the complaints stem from suspicious activity in Jotnya, where many residents claim they saw people allowed to vote that were not from their village. Pangelinan says they have to check the logbooks, but no challenges were submitted to them.
The logs that come in, or they call us if there's going to be a challenge. We didn't receive any calls for challenges from Jotnya.
GEC Board Chairman Joe Mesa also says complaints were filed questioning if mayoral candidate Ken Joada is a true resident of Jotnya. Mesa mentions they take all the complaints very seriously and have referred it to their GEC legal counsel, Jeff Cook, to research and respond.
We have some names that were submitted, and we'll look at those. If anybody else has any complaints with, then they should get them down to us. When a person registers, they sign an affidavit stating they are, in fact, I swear I'm a resident there. And if through our course of investigation we find out that they are not, in fact, then they perjured themselves, and that's a violation of law. Then we will refer those people to the Attorney General's office for prosecution.
GEC also apologized to Yigo Vice Mayor Ronald Flores for misspelling his name as Roland. He spoke saying he wanted to make sure it doesn't happen again and that there's a backup system put in place.
I will not seek the re-election. I just wanted to know that this won't happen again.
It's unfortunate, but it's our mistake. I apologize on behalf of the commission.
GEC also heard from Senator Adolpho Palacios.
Agate Precinct 4 itself, I expect would give me, based on the other 2 precincts, would give me at least 230.
And Jotnya Mayor Pito Terlahi.
How can we challenge about 100 people coming in at one time? My sister went in there and said, what are you guys doing? These people here are not from Jotnya.
Another complaint was filed by a Manila resident, Frank Leon Guerrero. He says the integrity of the election process was compromised when precinct officials at the UOG Fieldhouse created 2 long lines when he and his wife voted, one to check IDs and the other to give the voters ballots. He mentions no one was checking the second line and anyone could have lined up to vote again. A precinct official he talked to did not address his complaint and left when other voters started complaining as well.
Of course, we recognize that these people were doing these suspicious activities. They may not be justified, they might not be recorded and stuff, but please take into consideration that we do care who leads us in our village.
I understand that. I'm just saying that I think it was a function of time and the amount of voters that they had in line. And I thank you for bringing up your concern. We definitely will look into it.
Mesa adds they will respond to all the complaints in writing. He also says GEC is working to get the election results certified as soon as possible.
As soon as we resolve all these questions and the commission members are comfortable in making certification, that's when we will certify.
Josh Tukenko, PNC News.